Om Sai Ram, this is Venkat for Asara.com. Today I want to speak about a very important issue according to me because this has been in my mind for a long time. But before that, I am in Nagasai Mandir in Coimbatore. This is a very beautiful temple. The Aarti is going on. Raining evening. I hope you like it. I will just be calm for 30 seconds so that you can listen to Aarti. So that was a beautiful evening Aarti here in this temple. I'm sorry that it took a little longer. I want you to feel the bliss of Sai before I talk about this hard topic. Okay, two things. One is when Baba lived, I want you to take you the time when Baba lived. Imagine this is Shirdi, this is 1905 probably, and Baba is in Dwarka. And from 1910 only lots of devotees from Bombay and other states of India started coming to Shirdi. But probably before 1910, the crowd that came to Shirdi was very less. Okay, and Baba encouraged devotees to work together, to encourage devotees to share their devotion on God or Sai, and do come together and do a chanting or do Nam Smaran. Especially Radha Krishna Mai was the one who organized group para Nam Smaran. They used to sit under the tree and they used to chant Baba's Nam Smaran because those days in Maharashtra, of course across India, they used to do Nam Smaran of Vittal, Pandurang. They used to do chanting of Lord Ram, and it was Radha Krishna Mai who suggested that we should do Nam Smaran of Sai's holy name. So they started doing Nam Smaran. Now imagine how that would have been in Shirdi back in 1905, 1906, how devotees would have come together, how one side devotee would have helped each other, or just because they love Sai, they express their love for Sai and had a good time. It would have been face to face mostly, or some Sai devotees would have exchanged letters. Okay. Now imagine, this is 2020 when I am talking this, and the past 5 years, many Sai devotees, both who are really good devotees and others, have requested me to ask me why I am not starting a WhatsApp group for Sai Baba, because Star Sai is being visited by more than at least 20 to 30,000 people every month. If I had, and I'm running the site for more than 15 years, if I had done a WhatsApp group, then I would have, gathered, hundreds of thousands of groups, either in WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever it is. I would have gathered hundreds of thousands of devotees. But why I did not do it is because, to me, a devotee should directly express their love for Sai, and whatever they have in mind, they should directly express their desires and wish, and their prayers should be directly on Sai. So what happens I always, I myself do chatting with Sai, some of my close Sai friends, or I used to talk to them, but I keep it very, very minimum, because I don't exchange my number with everyone, because I will become a wall between them and Sai. I am just a servant of Sai, and like me there are so many other servants of Sai. Whatever they need from Sai, Baba himself has said that you should ask directly from him. So I don't want to become a wall between them and Sai. I should only be an inspiration or an instrument to encourage their devotion on Sai Baba. This is one. And number two, I don't know how many girls, as soon as they hear the name Sai, they say that they start to trust someone, they start to believe in someone. Every temple these days has a WhatsApp group. Every group of Sai devotees come together to have a WhatsApp group. Not only Sai devotees. For example, my father serves along with his friends in the local Lord Ganesha temple, and they have kept a group for the temple. For many years I used to tell my father, don't have it, but he likes to see the photographs of Ganesha and everything, and so I had to allow him to have it. But sometimes, there are some 200 people in that group, and sometimes from a strange number someone would have sent him a message. Nothing wrong about it, but I used to tell him, no strangers should know your number. I tell this even to my father, who is a man who's very old, but I used to tell him, no strangers should know your number. Then imagine what I will be telling for girls. No stranger should know your number. Let's say I have a WhatsApp group. If you have given my number to you, if you are interested, let's say I chat with you, or maybe you shared your number with one of your close friends, you can chat with them. That is not a problem. Or they can, because the exchange of information is someone to whom you have given number confidentially, and they can talk to you. But what happens in a WhatsApp group is that your number is known to everyone, and that is where the problem starts. In the last 5 to 6 years, I've got mails from at least 10 to 15 girls saying that they faced a problem because of such WhatsApp groups, and some of these WhatsApp groups are Sai devotees WhatsApp groups. Problems starts from getting closer to any Sai devotee, and then they start to like them, and then there's a breakup. So what happens is that I don't want to get into all these troubles, and because so many guys and girls, they mail me about their relationship problem. I don't want to be a reason for any kind of issues in their life, or maybe you can say I'm scared of it. So that is the reason, and I don't encourage any girls, not only Sai devotees WhatsApp group, I don't encourage any girls or any guys to be a part of many such groups. What happens is that our brain can only accept so much information. You need to be in peace. Let's say you have a fever today. I'm asking you one thing. Let's say you have a fever today, you have a headache today, or you have a small financial problem today. Who is going to help you? Trust me, except your very close relative or very close friends, and especially except your mother and father, nobody really cares for you, nobody really helps you. You can have a million Facebook friends, you can have a million, you can have hundreds of thousands of people on WhatsApp. Nobody, that is because maybe they are too far from you. There are practical reasons too. But your close friends, your close people like your mom and father your mother and father are the only one who will come to your aid when you are in trouble, when you are sick, when you need some help. It could also be your husband, your wife, or your own children. So remember one thing, this virtual relationship or virtual connection of Sai devotees is something that can happen, but that can happen on one-on-one basis. For example, let's say I meet someone in Shirdi, they say that I've seen Star Sai and I will give my number to them. I will know them. That's it. So only person who knows their number is me, and only person who knows whom I have given my number is them. I will always tell them, don't share my number with others, and I will also not give their number to others. So this is just a personal opinion. I don't, basically I am not against any WhatsApp group for Sai devotees. This is a very humble and personal opinion, because please do not trust anything that relates to Sai, because there are good Sai devotees, there are bad Sai devotees, there are good Sai devotees who suddenly might be a problem for you. Maybe they are good to others. After getting so many mails from girls about what they have faced because of such a WhatsApp group and all, I've understood that what my principle is right, that I should never be a part of any WhatsApp group for Sai devotees, and also I will never have a WhatsApp group. Number one. See, and secondly, let us go back to Sai's lifetime in Shirdi. Om Sai Ram, like that. You just imagine, Baba has not always encouraged devotees to come together and share this their devotion, etc. Sometimes Baba has asked them to go out of Shirdi. And why Baba has asked? Baba is in Shirdi. I'm forgetting that devotee's name. There is a chapter in Satcharita where Baba asked this guy to go to Triambakeswar. He will be asking, Baba, you are here, I love you, why should I go to Triambakeswar? And Baba says, in Shirdi you are getting distracted. We never know what, in Shirdi your thoughts are, going here and there. So better you go to Triambakeswar, sit alone and meditate on me. And he go to Triambakeswar, I think it is Triambakeswar, if I am not wrong, forgive me, I will go back to Satcharita and read that. He goes there and he did dhyana, meditation, and he recites he chants Baba's holy name, but he is missing Baba so much, like how many of us sometimes, if we cannot go to Sai Baba temple, we miss Baba, right? So he is missing Baba's presence and Shirdi. And suddenly Baba appears to him in front of him, with flesh and blood, and Baba says that you think I am in Shirdi, you think I am this 3 cubic feet of person, but I am actually alive in front of you here in Triambakeswar, giving you darshan. That is because I am Antaryami, I am living inside yourself, and I am Sarvavyabi. I live everywhere. I know you cannot limit myself only to Shirdi. That is what Baba has said. So imagine, do you think Baba will really like it when we are experiencing Baba, when we are with some peace of mind in ourselves? For example, I myself encourage devotees to sometimes go to a lonely place, even a temple, go to a corner in the temple where nobody is disturbing you, and simply remember Sai with, you don't have to specifically chant his name, but at least remember Sai and peacefully close your eyes and think, okay, Baba is there for me, Baba is going to help me. So sometimes even in divinity and spirituality, you need your own space, you need your own time. Just because you have a WhatsApp group and someone sends you messages, that doesn't mean you are spiritually growing. So in any way, there are lots of advantages in having WhatsApp group. I'm not against it, but this is my personal opinion. Especially for girls, I don't encourage you to be a part of any group any WhatsApp group for that matter. And maybe this video will become irrelevant after 5 to 10 years, because I don't know how technology is going to change the next 5 to 10 years. So whatever it is, the core message is very simple. Sai's holy name should be taken and he should be remembered in a personal level, in a personal basis. Not that you should always be a part of a group or something like that. Number one. Okay, one more thing, there are lots of devotees who are sending me mails saying that they are part of Mahaparayan. I don't know what it is. I think it is like they are sharing the the holy book Sai Satcharita, and they are sharing they are allotting couple of chapters for each devotees, and they are doing the Parayan, and they call it Mahaparayan. It's well and good. I appreciate that. Nothing wrong in that. Again, the problem comes here. They are again, having a WhatsApp group for that. And 2-3 people have already, the way they made me, the way they tell about me itself was very, very odd. They were speaking to me as if, you have to be a part of it. And it was almost like forcing. You cannot force any devotee to be a part of anything, because my way of worshipping Sai is different from your way of worshipping Sai. How I worship Sai is very simple. I have my personal love for Sai Baba, and I used to go to I used to go to outskirts of the Coimbatore, and sometimes I take a Satcharita book and used to read, sitting in the in a scenic place, where there is some trees. Not scenic place in the sense, some trees. I like to see some trees, some cow here and there, some little goat or something. There's a temple called Anuavi Subramanian Temple. That is the first place where I started reading Satcharita back in 2005. I was sitting under a huge banyan tree and read it. I am such a person who wishes to read Satcharita, and I keep it personally. Of course, I speak about Satcharita. I tell them that I read these chapters in Satcharita. I read these stories from Satcharita. When I meet my friends on face to face, I don't like this texting someone saying that I read this chapter and this. Sometimes it becomes mechanical. When you say that you have done this, it's done. I personally, it's my personal opinion, humble opinion, that I personally won't be interested in that. And why these people are really pushy? They keep telling me, you have to be a part of it. It is really great and all those things. Okay, according to your experience, it is really great. According to me, the moment you have something wherein it uses a WhatsApp group, wherein people have to update stuff and all those things, that they have read a chapter and all, I'm extremely sorry to say, I personally feel that is not. At any point of time, what will happen is, sometimes even if you are in good mood, you will have all the time. Sometimes you may be busy. Sometimes you will have all the time. You might not be interested in reading Satcharita. I will tell you the reason. M.J. Regge he was from Indore. He's a very beautiful devotee of Baba. Once what happened, M.J. Regge was going to Dwarka Mine. Everyone were reading book. Everyone were reading, the Hindu scriptures. Some people were reading Ramayana. Some were reading other books that Baba suggested. But they used to bring books, and Baba used to touch that book, and they will start to read. And Regge was like, where he was like, thinking, Baba, what is this? Everyone are reading something, nothing for me, no books for me. And Baba, he was thinking in his mind like that, and Baba immediately calls him, Regge, come here. And Baba says, see, books are not for you. Baba clearly says one word. So Baba says, see, these people are trying to see Brahma. Brahma is like, Brahm is like, the self-realization. These people are trying to see that Brahm in these books, but the real self-realization, but what they actually get is sometimes, because of the book, what they actually get is confusion. They get lots of doubts and confusion through these books. But books are not for you. You better go and sit in a corner and you think about me. That is enough. So that is the advice Baba gives to Regge. So not that Baba Baba encourages others to read book. But to M.J. Regge, Baba says books are not for you. So what did you understand? Some Sai devotees, one of this girl had a problem wherein one friend of her said, you have to join this Mahaparayan group if you are a Sai devotee. And this girl said, no, I don't want to join that. And that girl said, then if you are not joining, then how can you say that you are a devotee and all those stuff? And this girl felt very, very bad about it. So Baba don't like it when you are forcing someone to follow a path of worshipping him, because Baba has very clearly stated each one of the devotee is different. Some people likes to read books. Some people like to do chanting. some people used to sing Aarti. Imagine, I am worshipping Baba from 1994. I used to come to temple, Sai Baba temple every day, where they do very beautiful Marathi Aarti here in Coimbatore. Until now, I don't know to sing Aarti. Of course, I can look at the lyrics and sing the Aarti, but I don't know to sing Aarti by heart, because my mind doesn't sync with that. That is it. Only after this lockdown, I got an opportunity to go inside the temple and sit inside the temple during the night Aarti. Then I realized Baba is giving you this opportunity, which is not given for hundreds of other devotees who come to the temple. So I started reading the night Aarti. So, of course, Baba has spoken about Navavidha Bhakti, which is 9 forms of devotion. So, only one form of devotion is reading Satcharita. And when Baba lived, there was no Satcharita. Baba had Samadhi in 1918, and Satcharita came into being in 1926, I believe, even after Dabolkar's, Hemant Pant's demise. When Baba lived, I think he used to request devotees to read Guru Charita. So what I am telling you is, when there are so many false gurus these days, so many bad gurus these days, misleading people, I really appreciate the people who are doing Mahaparayan. Really, my heartful congratulations for that. But very humble personal opinion is that I am not into that, especially because, and I won't encourage everyone, you should not, push everyone to do that, because I could clearly feel one of these devotees, I said, she was mailing me a couple of times that you have to read it, only then your life problems will be solved. I said, see, I can read Satcharita when I am alone. I do it in a personal basis, not that I hate it. I really love reading Baba's life, but I don't want to be a part of this group and all. But 4 or 5 times she was very pushy. She was forcing me to be a part of that Mahaparayan stuff, and I told her, very humbly told her, please, I'm not into all these things. But the last few days, again, once every 3-4 months, someone used to tell me this. And some girls and guys used to send me mails about this, that, so they are asking them to be a part of Mahaparayan, and it seems there is a WhatsApp group for that where they have to update this stuff. I always tell them, it is up to you. If you like it, you do it. But if you don't like it, then still continue to read Satcharita, but read it in a personal level. So this is just a chat with you with love and devotion on Sai, because Sai has become kind of a fashion these days, a kind of, everyone does something different. Even I would have done some mistakes, because I have no right to speak about Mahaparayan, because back in 2006, I used to have a forum where one DVC used to allot chapters of Satcharita. Those days there was no WhatsApp, but in the forum itself, in the internet, he used to allot chapters for each one, and we used to read 300 weeks. Believe it or not, 300 weeks he organized that, and I also encouraged. I just had the platform, and she was organizing that from devotees across India. But maximum people who participated was less than 50 people in all those 2-3 years. 300 weeks should be around 3-4 years, I believe. So, or maybe 6 years. So what happened was, suddenly she said some personal issues. She said, I've organized this for 300 weeks, so now I'm going to stop it. And I said, okay, it's up to you, but what happened to you? She did not say anything. And that is the kind of personal experience. What happens is that when people organize this stuff, they get into some kind of ego in them, some kind of, devil starts to work in them, as if they are serving these things. You can serve Baba in any different ways, not that you have to only have we have WhatsApp group admin. You can, even if you go to, let's say you are going somewhere into a village, someone is in need of a food, get him a food and tell them, Baba made me get you this food, or Baba made me give you this cloth. I think that is also going to change someone's life. So let's say someone is really not getting a job, and you are going to them and telling them how you can get a job, you can guide them on what course they can do. That is also seva you do for Sai. Now see, that is what my sister is a scientist in US, and she used to tell me, the problem with India is that you think that only doing good for the temples, giving for food offering in temples and doing something spiritual alone is a good karma. Certainly not. There are so many other ways to do good karma, as you yourself know, but try to do that whenever, and Baba will surely give you an opportunity. For example, let's say your close friend is sick in hospital, they are not well, nobody is near them. Even if you take some food and go and give to them, that is a good karma. So having a WhatsApp group and organizing these things alone is not a good karma. I will myself tell you, I am running Star Sai for more than 15 years. From 2004 onwards, I've written more than 1,000 articles, 1,700 articles as of now. I've only, whether I'm walking, before, there used to be an old man called Dotapa who used to work in our home. He's a very amazing man. Once he told my mother that I saw your son walking in the road to the temple. Usually every evening I used to go to temple. That was back in 2005. And he was like, moving his lips, and he was going walking, and everyone might feel bad. So to ask him not to, speak to himself. But what I was actually doing was, without my knowledge, I was chanting Baba's name in my mind. But I would have, but instead of chanting in mind, I have also moved my lips, and he felt odd, that others would not think that I'm a mad fellow. Of course, I'm a mad fellow. So remember, I've lived with Sai all these years, only doing Baba Seva, but still Baba wants a good karma. When my parents are very old, they are weak, and when I'm not married, when my father has health issues, mother has health issues, when I'm not married, when they tell me that, what more you can do, you go into all the temples, you are serving Baba, you are remembering him, which means, doing all this stuff, writing thousands of articles, speaking to many Sai devotees who are in pain, helping them, all these things is not enough. According to Baba, all this is Baba still wants me to do some good karma, or maybe my time is bad. So to end this, it has become a long session for us. I kept speaking. Maybe it's a boring video for you. Extremely sorry for that. I'm just discussing about the truth about what I understood about life, about serving Sai, and about what is happening currently when it comes to Sai Seva. So be very careful about what you do and what you should avoid. This is Venkat for StarSai.com. I'm extremely sorry for the long video. Nothing against anyone. As long as you are serving Sai, I'm really happy. Because there are so many false gurus these days. So as long as you are encouraging or inspiring someone to remember Baba, I'm really happy about it. But do it with some limitations, and this is my personal opinion. Keep remembering Sai. So I will talk to you again next time. I'm going to go into the temple now. Om Sai Ram.